All right, welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast show. We got a special guest on the show today, hip hop artist C. Rowdy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, brother. Appreciate you having me on.
No problem, bro. So, for anybody that never heard any of his music, we're gonna start the episode off by playing one of his songs, and then after that, we'll get into his whole story.
Yeah, you hear that? That's that Texas tea.
Yeah.
Wake up, gang.
It's a money.
And I got my partner C. Rowdy with me. You know one thing we about? And what's that? Fast cars. And I don't care if it's raining, drop your top and make sure you get you some money. Drive fast, fish spell it out. Look paper planes. All I do is air it out. Design a drip on my body, I'm gonna wear it out. If anybody disrespect us, they get carried out. Fast cars, fast money, fast women. Fast cars, fast money, fast women. Fast cars, fast money, fast women. I'm really having it my way, but you don't hear me. Range Rover, plate say it ain't so. Prima donna, stop it like I'm Benny Hanna. Trump, these hoes know what they do. Drive fast, look, curving all these haters too. 80 bands, girl, I can buy all sorts of food. Money long, a ruler got me fucked up. I'm a king, I'm ruling while I'm turned up. Swag juice, dripping out of juice cup. Purple shit is all I'm keeping in my cup. Swagger stupid, these hoes want me to beat it up. Shout it thick, I just might let her treat it up. Skeet it up, he been twerking while she clean it up. I'm C. Rowdy, my seagulls only heating up. My city love me, 4508 and stuff. I'm east side, official to the bone bristle. Money first, so your whole family gon' miss you. Drive fast, fish spell it out. Look.
Yeah, man, that's a banger right there, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So, let's start from the beginning, man. So, first off, tell the people where you from and how old are you?
Yeah, I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, Bluegrass Ashmondale Projects. That's where I grew up at, on the east side of town. Played a little ball my earlier days, stay busy, stay out of trouble, whatever. But I always loved the music, you know what I'm saying? Shit, since I was a kid, my mom and daddy, they was together when we was younger, so they always play music at the crib on the weekends. I always had house parties. I would always be like looking through their old records, and they have every single record back in the day from everybody. Aretha Franklin, Sam Cooke. My mom even had Bill Cosby comedy records from like the 50s and 60s or whatever that she had bought, you know what I'm saying? So, that was already, that was always on there. So,
So,
you know,
you say you from Lexington, right?
yeah, from Lexington, man. Yeah.
So, for anybody that never been to Lexington, I only been to Lexington like 2 or 3 times, so I don't know that much about it. I've been to a couple comedy shows up there, but as far as
Okay.
anybody that never just heard of Lexington just because of the horse racing and things like that, just kind of explain for anybody that never heard of it how it was as a African American kid growing up there, some of the struggles you had to endure, just everyday life growing up and explaining 2 parent households, siblings, things like that.
Well, shit, for me, and I'm sure for everybody, similarities and a lot of shit. Some things different, but like my mom and daddy, I guess they was together till I was about 6. You know what I'm saying? So then they split. So it's basically like me and my mom. I had older brothers and sisters or whatever, but I grew up mostly like a single child and play ball, and so just like any other inner city, I grew up on an inner city, and so I grew up in the projects. Uh, you know, had a brother, older brother, used to get in a lot of trouble before me. So my mom, trying her best to keep me out of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, she, try to keep me in sports and all that stuff. And, your mom said, hey, don't be outside playing with the drug dealers. He did, but my brother's my roommate and he's a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? So what am I supposed to do? He did. So, I had to work around it. And, you know, the bus stops in the morning. What elementary school is cool, once I got to middle school, and then, the bus stops early in the morning, it gets crazy. It's getting crazy. But it was so bad, like where I grew up at in the projects, like they had to tear the whole building down because it was, it was crazy. I heard they got a few projects like that in Louisville too, and it was a Bluegrass Aspendale projects. I got it tatted on. You know what I'm saying? I got it tatted on my arms and everything. So, it's where kind of made me a man. You did growing up on the basketball court. I probably can't even remember 5 times where I didn't get into a fight on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a daily thing. So, if you want to hoop, you got that life, come with it, or, saying where you want to be at. So, you know, you learn quick. So, I dove right in because, what's up? What you supposed to do? So, but yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned you played basketball. So as far as activities you was into as a kid, was that the only activity you was into as a kid?
So, so shit, man, I played, you ain't gonna believe it, man. I played basketball, football, baseball, and track. So I was always active. I was always outside the house, cause like I grew up, it was it was pretty chaotic, you know what I'm saying? So chaos, a lot of chaos in the neighborhood. So I go from basketball season to baseball season, football, track, like from like 9 years old to like 21. So I was, you know, athlete. You did. So yeah. So yeah, basketball, football, baseball, track, and all that kept me busy. All that kept me busy until I got to college. You know what I'm saying? So I went to college, played a little ball. So I didn't want to be at the college where I was at, right? Uh, but I got bad grades, in high school, doing too much. So instead of just, feeling like, dang, at least some school let me come and play, right? And just be humble about it. I was just the whole time I was just like, I don't want to be here, whatever. And then I was letting my grades lapse, and then my mom got sick, had a stroke, had to move back to the city, help take care of her. And so it's basically like my mom's a nurse or whatever. We did. And then in the morning after did that, I go down, I go to college, I go back to school, drive back, and go to class, do my thing, all that, come back to the city at nighttime. And luckily, like my brother, he had just caught another case and went back to the joint. So he left me the car. He did. So at a car, so I was able to go back and forth and, what I'm saying, come take care of you, dig. My mom do, she did, back to school, still trying to play ball. And just, for, 19, 20, 21, 21, that's a lot, right? That's a whole lot. So yeah, yeah, that was the end of the football career. She did. But yeah, but in high school, I was first team All State football, and played on the Kentucky Tennessee All State team, and we beat Tennessee in an All Star game, and I played for Henry Clay High School, and we played in Lexington, Kentucky, and we played against St. X High School in Louisville, Kentucky, and we played them at Papa John Stadium in the state championship my senior year, and they beat us. But I still hit them for 2 touchdowns, and so I hit them for a touchdown first game of the season too. I was an All-State, and I was All-State in football 2 years in a row, All-State in track, but my grades was like my grades was terrible. But as far as playing ball, 6'4", 205, ran a 4.4 and a 40. So I had all the numbers except for the classroom. I had like a 1.1. But most of it was cause I'm playing 4 sports a year. You did got a lot of distractions at the crib. As I mentioned before, and there's a lot to deal with. There's a lot to deal with. If maybe I grew up in the suburbs and I have to play 4 sports and be busy, and maybe just play one sport and have a tutor, a different environment. Hey, I might have played 18 years in the NFL. You never know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can understand that. So as far as your family and your close circle, man, did you have anybody around you that was involved in the music business, or were you the first person to go down that route?
Uh, well, like my family and my moms and aunties, like they all sung in church. And my granny, they all sung in church. I got a cousin that sang, he played the piano. So I had another cousin that rapped, but I could never like play any kind of instruments. And what's so crazy is when I got to college and I went to Kentucky State University in Frankfurt, and I met my oldest brother. Didn't even know, and it was my daddy's oldest kid. My daddy had like a bunch of kids or whatever. He had kids, he had kids before me. So he's like the band director at Kentucky State University. So the guy that always got the Kentucky State going crazy in the HBCU, the band director is my brother. So I didn't even know till I got to college. I'm like, damn, I had to grow up like that. I could have grew up here, So, you know, yeah. So that's my dad. We don't know our daddy's kids or whatever. Being around each other. So sometimes it might hit 2 or 3 siblings, but he played like everything: piano, percussion, saxophone. He got a band. He still be going out of town doing weddings and bar mitzvahs and all that type of stuff on the weekend, and then still teach music at Kentucky State University and coach the HBC marching band. Yeah, yep, so
Okay.
uh,
So would you say, your family being involved in the church and being musically inclined like that really led with you to doing music, or what would you say led you to doing music?
I kind of grew up in it, and then my mom and dad, they was they was cool. People come to the crib all the time, and then I had like 7 aunties and uncles. So house party on Friday, cousins come through, all that. So yeah. So they was always playing music. Sunday morning she playing gospel music. During the week, come home, she in there cooking chicken. You know, music's playing. You know what I'm saying? So always. But I think I'm probably the only one that took to it
Okay.
like that. As far as
Yeah. So who are some of your favorite music artists growing up, man? Who you like listening to?
uh, like rap or what? Any kind of music? What?
Just in general.
Okay, shit, man. Look, it's a long list because I appreciate music. You know what I'm saying? I love music. I love the hard work. I see the work ethic people put in it, so I like it so much. I mean, shit. Michael Jackson, uh, Tupac, uh, Patti LaBelle, Tina Turner, Ice Cube, Biggie, of course, Jay Z, Jigga Man, uh, Dre, Snoop, Daz. Daz was a genius. They said he had it all together. Rap, made beats, engineer. So Jermaine Dupri, JD, the whole So Def click, the way he orchestrated and maestro the whole thing, like a theater director, handling all those artists. He had Kid and Play. That was a Kid and Play. Now he had Crisscross. They was 12, right? Then he got crisscross a deal at 12, and Jermaine Dupri was only 14 at the time. So a lot of people don't know he's like a kid genius. And his dad had been in the music industry for a long time too. Like they actually from Chicago. So his dad had been in the game for a long time too. So it's kind of how he, kind of got into the game, I guess, or whatever. But just like that, and Dre and Dr. Dre, how he can rap too, and then how he can also handle artists and do business. Nipsey Hussle. I love Nipsey a lot. I own several businesses in Lexington. Uh, I own Used Tire Pros on 1408 Leestown Road, and I'm the owner and operator. I've been open for 5 years. This coming up April 6th, and I'm also the only Black U-Haul franchise dealer in Fayette County too. I got 5 U-Haul trucks as well. Yep, and I got like a little t-shirt company, and I promote comedy shows in Lexington, Houston, Atlanta, wherever the money's at. And cool with a couple of promoters and did business with. And so my goal was, right, because I rapped, several years ago and stopped or whatever. And so my goal was to do a few comedy shows and see where it takes me. And then hopefully in about a year, maybe I can be like super back on the scene a little bit and be doing huge, rap concerts, and just like stop messing with the comedy shows a little bit. But it was like, I probably tried every which way, you can try it, right? So, try a little different this time, so come back in with the comedy game you did, so coming through the back door, and I'm in the front, you know what I'm saying? So, we're close to it.
Okay. Where did you get your rap name from?
See, Rowdy. So my name's Corey. It's my real name, Corey. So it's just like a derivative of Corey, of my name. It's Corey all day, chill, lay back, and then then see Rowdy is like the protector of me. I guess you can say like an alter ego. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I grew up in like a crazy hostile environment. So I'm always like, always on my toes, you did. Come in, see the whole room, and try to take care of myself. But still in a good way. Obviously I own businesses, so yeah.
Okay. So take me back to the time when you first went to the studio for the first time, man. Was it kind of a rough patch for you trying to get the concept, or was it easy for you to catch on? And also describe your recording process. Are you more of a writer or a freestyler?
So I'll start with that one. So I'm definitely more of a writer, because I'm a thinker. I mean, I got business deals that won't get done for another year or year and a half that's already in play. So, you write it down, you got things going on. So I mean, I can freestyle, I do my thing, but I'm more of a writer. And the way I write is like I'm trying to take my viewers somewhere. I'm trying to take them on a ride, and I do a lot of punchlines. Uh, Even with my punchlines, I'm still a bit of a storyteller, and so you know, and I try to put as much as my personality as I can, right, into my songs. So so you can maybe know more of me instead of just listen to a song or just words that match up. So I'm trying to take you somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so when you first went to a studio, man, when you first started recording, man, tell me how that time frame was as far as like trying to learn how to punch in things like that.
So like a real studio, other than recording at somebody's crib or whatever like that. So so I know a guy. His name was a TD Young. He's got like his own little It's called TD's Lounge. It's got like a little club, little nightclub, and he's an artist too. OG artist, play the guitar. He got a band, so he still opens up and plays like on Monday night and stuff like that. And so, and he knew I did music. I was cool with his son, so he brought me to the studio to like a record label, like where he works at, where he used to do music at. It's called like Long Island Records on Palumbo in Lexington. And so he wanted me to go on this song. It's called Mustang Sally. It's like an old school song, right? Like blues, because he does blues. And he wanted me to like do a verse on it. So then we got in there, and it's, like I write real fast. So I had 3 verses. It's like, you got a verse on my shit. I just wrote 3/16. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, shit, give me all 3 of them. So I like did all 3 verses. And then he took it, he remade Mustang Sally. And so TD, he travels too. He goes all around the world, he be doing shows and shit like that. So he put me on there. I was young. And he took one of the verses, and the pay was, he gave me 5 hours of studio time, like at the record label. So that was my pay. And so I took advantage of it. So I went in there with about I bought a bunch of beats for my friends. You dig the beats, they was, and got the beats, pulled a notebook out, you know what I'm saying? And then the next day we go in there, and then I go in there and record like 10 songs in like 5 hours, ad libs and everything. You know what I'm saying? So 10 of them. So punch ins, whatever. And so when we did that, so then boom, so now I got 10 songs off of 5 hours, because I recorded 3 verses for another guy he just heard like he's a player, whatever. So he rapping a little bit. He ain't heard no music with him. But it just took me in. So I wanted to record like 10 songs. And then that's when I made my first mixtape. I made my first mixtape, and yeah. So I got it pressed up, and went to Walmart. They got the little spindles. Have like 100 of them on there, and then I would get like 2 printers with the color ink and stuff. So I take it to the crib, and I press them up. Take my picture, put my computer, print it out, boom. Got the little CD things, put it in there, and then I would put like 100 of them in there. And I'll go to the club on the weekends, Thursday night, Saturday night, college night, boom, boom, boom. Sell 100 of them, $5 a piece. Make like 500. I'll do it like twice a weekend. And soon as I did it, and then like I just started getting money with it. And like I noticed, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of guys that do the music, and they spend a lot of money on music, and it might not even leave their living room or do shows or anything. It's a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? So and even to this day, I know some guys who still don't even know how to do it, but like, well, I guess I'm like a natural hustler. It's just easy for me, right? To just, I got the product, I got it ready, then boom. And then I was gonna move it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And I was moving it, man. I started moving it. I sold over and like a couple of my idols growing up, I would look up to, study them. So and E40, Too Short, Master P, and all these guys, they did music and they produce as well. And then they press up their music, and they was getting some money. So, let's listen to that music. Too Short, and he don't just rap, he's telling stories, he's getting some money. So, I did that shit. So I was getting some money. I sold over 20,000 copies of like, I said about 3 mixtapes that I dropped. And then once I was getting the money, I mean, shit was coming in like it was, you know what I'm saying? It was getting crazy. It was a couple years ago, They don't do the CDs no more, whatever. But so I was taking the money, and man, I was going to the clubs, and I was renting out clubs, and I was throwing parties, and I posted up at the radio station when new artists come in town. Go meet them. You know, I should do that shit. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, so as far as your situation right now, are you independent or signed to a label? And would you sign to a label if it made sense?
I would definitely sign to a label if it makes sense. Cause you know, I make dollars, so it definitely gonna make sense. You know, I dare a label to put some money in my hand because I know how to handle money. You know what I'm saying? I know how to handle money. But I'm definitely independent. Independent. But so I already I got a couple businesses, right? I got my businesses. So even you know, if you with a label, they only spending certain amounts of dollars at a time anyway, right?
Right.
Right. So I got my businesses that I own, that I make money off of. I'm making money right now. I'm not even there. You know what I'm saying? So that pays for my travel, you know, for everything, and allows me to to jump back in the rap game, right? After taking some years off and doing some music with some big name artists. And I don't just do rap, you know. I do comedy shows, you know. I deal with Kelly Kells, you know, Mike Blackson, African King Comedy, Tony Rock, Joe Torre. I just brought Joe Torre, movie star comedian Joe Torre to Lexington. We filmed a movie together. We got a movie together called Magic. So while Joe Torre was, I brought him here to Lexington from Los Angeles, and I took advantage of the opportunity and told him, you know, what I was doing, and you know, while you come here, I want to know if I can pay a little bit extra money, and maybe we can do some comedy skits together. You know what I'm saying? So he was with it. So I wrote the script up to him and sent it to him, and he loved it. He's like, "Man, you crazy? Let's do it." I'm like, "Yeah, I get told that all the fucking time." So let's go. So he got here, shit. You know, I sold the concert there before he got here. I mean, it's Joe Torre, right? It's Joe Torre, so it's easy. Joe Torre, he was in Poetic Justice with Tupac, Janet Jackson. He's been in Babs with Halle Berry. He's been in over 30 movies. He's been on Living Single, you know, with Diana Ross's daughter, Stacey Ellis Ross with the big old butt. You know what I'm saying? So it's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. I brought him here, man. We got to the radio. It was like 50 women down there. You know what I'm saying? Look for Joe Torre, he did. You know, but we together, so I'm like, oh, you know, so it's all good. Went to the radio, did like a live radio at 107.9 The Beat in Lexington, Kentucky. Shout out what's saying to say and Jay Alexander. So you know, it was dope. So we got our lab, we got the we did a scene like the Jay-Z Hard Knock Live tour, everybody's in the circle, DMX and everybody. So then we in the scene like in my backstage. So Jay Alexander, he there, the program director for 107.9 The Beat. And me and Shayna, we hosted, so we were on stage all night. Of course, Joe Torre, then I had him do, we had to do like a prayer. Martina Barksdale from Channel 27 News. And it's just, you know, a couple people in my backstage, you know, entertainment game in Lexington. And we did like a little prayer circle. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was incredible. And so like the movie's called Magic, right? Me starring movies, starring Joe Torre. So, you know, I always wanted to do a movie, right? And I want to do a movie with some comedians, right? And I'm like, I didn't want to have to, you know, knock on Hollywood's door or maybe try to go be an extra or something like that. But I still want to do it, right? And so like it's your mindset, right? It's just your mindset. So I changed the narrative, right? I just changed the narrative around. Just changed the narrative around. So I brought him in for a comedy show, filmed it, filmed at the radio, filmed my backstage at the store, putting up posters, this and that. I got a movie. You know what I'm saying? He signed off everything, sent to the email. I own all the rights. Got a release. He's paid him for it. Things good. So yeah, getting edited right now. So, and like I don't just rap. I got a movie made with a movie star. I got some music made with a couple of rap stars that have been platinum already. So there's some concerts coming up. So I'm moving, man. Just trying to get it. Knocking on several doors.
So, as far as Lexington, man, describe the music scene down there, and also explain if a lot of artists collab down there, or do everybody mind their business.
So the music scene is definitely growing. It's not as big as other cities, but it's definitely growing. A lot of artists come through the city. A lot of artists come up here to record and come up here for concerts and stuff like that. But we never had somebody to just bust out like, you know what I'm saying, like that though. So, and I don't even know if that's me. Just we'll see. It was working. Yeah.
Okay. So I know I seen you work with Lil Flip and Young Dro. So explain how those collaborations came about. Would you getting to do records with both of those talented artists?
Yeah, man. So so Lil Flip, I had a concert with him a few years ago, and I brought him to Lexington and did a little show, and we actually did the song then, and then so I just kept it for a while, and then like I said, I just started doing my comedy shows, hosting comedy shows and stuff like a year ago, and so now. Sometimes it takes me to another state because I ain't just making money in Lexington no more, and I just rap, the comedy game too. And so I was coming to Houston, and then with Mike Blackson and Tony Rock and all them, and so just Slink, man, I called him up, told him I was coming, and Lil Flip and Mike Blackson, they like it too. You know what I'm saying, already. And shit, man, it was up. It was crazy, man. Shit, got there, man. Lil Flip picked me up at the airport, Rolls Royce truck. He did. Show me the city. Went to Corey's crib, Corey SSG. Big time YouTuber.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know that dude, man. I've been trying to get in touch with him, man.
Oh man, say less, man. We can make it happen, man. And Corey, he was one of the hosts at Rick Ross's house last summer when they had the car show. So then he had his Chevelle out there. It's worth $250,000. And me and Lil Flip went over Corey's crib, and he got Lamborghini, Chevelles, all kinds of stuff. He's like, which one you want to take? Shit, we already got Flip's Rolls Royce truck. Let's get the Chevelle. Then plus I can talk about it forever and let people know the Chevelle I had in my video was your car, and it was the car featured at the Rick Ross's house at the car show a couple months ago in the summertime. So that was big. So I'm like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know I was about to go meet him. So I just, just never know who Flip be around. You know what I'm saying? And look on his page right now. He was just with 50 Cent the other day. Jada Kiss. Just did a show with Wiz Khalifa last weekend. Just performed at the BET Hip Hop Awards. Tyga, Janae Aiko, and Pop Smoke just remixed his Sunshine, the one he got the Grammy for.
Yeah. I heard it.
So yeah, Janae Aiko just had a baby with Big Sean. So her, Tyga, and Pop Smoke is on this remix. It's up to like 50 million views in like 3 months. He just wrapped up the BET Awards again in October. So I'm like, it makes sense. He did. Let's link back up. let's go ahead and do a video. So did that. Shot the video out there in Houston. Then I did a comedy show at NRG Arena, and with Houston Texans play and all that stuff. And shout out to Jacarius Johnson. We did that, and went shopping at the Galleria Mall. Got some Alexander McQueen's. Hopped on the plane. We did back to the city, man. Yeah.
And what about the Young Dro?
So then Young Dro. So I'm cool with Young Dro's manager, Big John. Shout out Big John Alexander. He just had a birthday, but and so cool with John. We was working some things out, and then so he's like, work some things out, do a record with Dro. And then plus he like, well, shit, I got, what I'm saying? Plus it's gonna be my birthday. Once you come down to the A, come fuck with us all weekend. And then come to the birthday party, we get all that done. So that's what we did, what I'm saying? We went down there, hung out at Big John's birthday party. Out in Decatur. This club out there they got. And shit, chopped it up, man. And hung out a little bit, went to where we going? Went out to Linden Square Mall. Went to Linden Square Mall, man. And me and Joe, we both Capricorns too. Both Capricorns. I said birthday January 5th, and his birthday January 15th. And so,
man, that's crazy. I'm a Capricorn too, man.
Capricorn too. What day your birthday?
December 30th.
Right, yeah, you just had it. Day before LeBron. Well, the same day.
No, the same day as Bron, yeah.
Same day, man. Shit, yeah, man. Shit, it's up right now, man. Yeah, so and then like we both love polo too, Ralph Lauren too.
I love polo too, man. I'm a polo guy.
And see, so yeah, went to Lenny Small, man, and then went to the polo store and that, man. Then we got a little polo sweatsuit and went over. That's how I know I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucking close, right? I don't mean to be cussing, my bad. So then we finna go record. So they on the phone, and then we go over to the spot, and then it's 2 Chainz Studio.
Yeah, Street is it.
Street X. Oh shit. Then we get over there and everybody's walking around, you did, So it's wild. It's wild. So we recorded, and then we had like a female engineer named Lexi. Shout out Lexi in Atlanta. She's hard. She's hard. They got some dope female engineers and DJs in Atlanta. It's like they like taking over. Like, damn. It's like more of them it seems like than guy DJs now that the engineers in the studio. Yeah, we did that, man. Recorded it. Yeah, recorded with Young Dro in Atlanta at Street X Studios. And I'm like, man, so I did my thing. My verse is hard. Joe's verse is hard. But he was saying some crazy stuff. You say some shit like pickle green Audi. They know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? So he be saying, wow, he's wild. Yeah, so.
That's what's up, man. So for all your supporters out there, man, that's been keeping up with you, man. Just explain some things you like doing in your spare time, man, when you're not doing music or throwing a show or things like that.
Man, shoot, wrestling. That's what I'm gonna get a lot of. We could all use more sleep, but I'm definitely trying to get it right now, man. I'm definitely trying to get it. And that's what I'm doing in my spare time. Thinking about, the next project, just always working. Wheels always grinding, always churning. So, I got my tire shop going like it's supposed to. Got the U-Haul truck franchise popping like it's supposed to. Comedy shows going well. I got a couple rap shows coming up. February 18th. February 18th, 2023. Me and Finesse Two Times at Bourbon Hall, Louisville, Kentucky. Doors open at 10. Me, C Rowdy, Finesse Two Times. You dig? One of the biggest rappers in the world right now. It's gonna be a treat because it's gonna be fed already, and I just got to show up and do my thing with my cameraman and gonna get these videos popping and get them on out the way. But it's gonna be a treat for them too, because I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna show out. You dig? And I'm gonna do my thing. And you dig? And once they get a load of me, man, and then it's something different. And then I got and then March the 4th, me, C Rowdy, I Swear Vezo, and Big Boogie at Bourbon Hall. Doors open at 10. February 18th, March 4th. 2 weeks after that, then I go to Nashville after that. But just grinding, man. Getting these shows up, getting these shows up and underway. I got like a little four city thing going on. You dig? I guess you can call it a tour. I don't know. But it's motion, man. Any kind of motion, better than no motion. And the more people that get to see me, the more you dig. You know what I'm saying? The more smoke, the more fire put on the street, man. Yeah.
So as far as your goals, man, what's your short and long term goals? What you want to accomplish?
Short-term goal. I like to be able to get on 20 or 30 concerts in 2023, at least. Long-term goal, just accumulate several endorsements and business opportunities for myself, whether it be in film, music, or whatever. So, I got an audition for the BAPS play in Atlanta down at the Gas District in 2 weeks. So it's the BAPS. It was a movie starring Halle Berry and Pierre. Matter of fact, I just had Pierre in Louisville down at the X Lounge about 3 months ago, and then I had Bubba Dub Jr. there about a month before that. I had both of them comedians. So Pierre and Halle Berry and was I think Joe Toy might have been there too, was in BAPS. So it had a movie. So now a guy named Jacarius Johnson, he's a Hollywood playwright, and his plays have grossed over $100 million in Hollywood. So he's producing the BAPS play, and he's also producing the New Jack City play that's going on right now. And I just went to that premiere. I think it was October 30th in Atlanta at Gas South District. They got like the big movie studios and theaters out that way, and then you got Tyler Perry's place. So those are like two of the main spots, right? Where they do film. So it's like two of the main spots where they do film down there. So I'm down there, man. Got to hang out with Tori Hart, Kevin Hart's ex-wife. All this on my Facebook page too. Flex Alexander had a TV show. Big Daddy Kane, Alan Payne, which is the real G Money from New York City. Tretch from Naughty by Nature. He plays Nino Brown in the New Jack City play. Who else is in there? Gary Dordain, he's on NYPD Blue. But so shout out Kelly Kells. She got us the tickets for Jacarius Johnson. He does that. And then he's also producing the We Outside tour, right? That I got to be a part of too. Kelly Kells, Mike Blackson, Tony Rock. Dang, I'm missing one. He's gonna kill me. I can't think of his name right now. Ryan Davis. He got like 1 million followers on Facebook too. Yeah, okay. So if I say his name, he'll be in my inbox talking shit. Okay, cool. Yeah, so got to do that. Tamar Braxton from the Braxtons, Tony Braxton's sister. She's sitting like three seats over from me. And then Drea Kelly, that's her best friend. And Drea Kelly is R. Kelly's ex-wife. So Drea is the choreographer for the New Jack City play too. So and then, you know, messing with the comedy game and being able to do that, right? So now I get to mess around in the film and the plays and get to meet people like Tamar Braxton, and all these kind of people that like ordinarily like a rapper or just in the rap game don't know these people or deal with them, or you know what I'm saying, maybe never even see them, but like I'm getting to work with them like right now at the same time that I'm like, you know, jumping back in the rap game. So so it's different. It's different. It's definitely different, you know, doing that, going back and forth to Atlanta, record music, and now I'm getting to do auditions for plays and stuff. So yeah. So yeah.
Man, so besides you wanting to do 20 shows this year, what's some more things you got coming up for 2023?
So concerts, knock out these 2 shows, and I go out of town for a couple more shows. And then May in Lexington, Kentucky at the Marriott Griffin Gate on Newtown Pike, I'm bringing the singer Joe to Lexington to come and sing to all the ladies. Yeah. Where are the good girls taken every time? Yes, sir. And where, yeah. So I'm gonna bring Joe up here to come and sing to the ladies. I got the Joe Extravaganza package where a lady can win VIP, bring 2 of her friends, meet and greet, bottle of champagne, take a picture with Joe, you know, all that kind of stuff. So wherever the money's at, man, I'm just trying to get it.
That's what's up. How do you want people to perceive you?
Probably more so as an entertainer, opposed to he's a rapper.
Okay.
Because I can rap and do a little bit of acting. And we always brand new videos. And then I always got like some kind of skits in there that I'm doing too, that I put out also, man. And, you know, shit, the world's a stage, man. And where's it at? So, you know, I done went toe to toe, you know, in my own produced movie with Joe Torre, the movie star. So he's done like over 40 movies. You know, I got songs made with rappers that done went platinum. And I had all kind of hoopla behind them. You know, like Young Dro, he used to date Fantasia for years. Yeah, they got a bunch of songs together. He let me hear in the studio. You know, Lil Flip, he's from the Screwed Up Clip, rap a lot.
Yeah, I just interviewed him 3 weeks ago.
You know, yeah, UGK, MC, Bumpy, you know, Nasty Times. You know, who I'm about to do a show with February 18th, Bourbon Hall, Louisville, Kentucky. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm independent. You know, I got some shows lined up right now though. But, you know, I may still be independent at the end of 2023. Maybe not. Maybe not. We might have to do another podcast to find out. So,
absolutely. So give me your Mount Rushmore, man. Give me your top 5 hip hop.
Too Short, Jay-Z, Tupac. Hold on. Three Stacks, man. Andre 3000. Andre 3 Stacks, man. 3 Stacks for real.
You got one more.
Then I'm going so let's do a bit. Then I'm going Ice Cube.
All right, yeah, that's a solid 5.
Ice Cube. I'm going Ice Cube, Tupac, Too Short. Yeah, man. Short Dog, so impactful. You know, he ain't rap too fast or nothing. You can understand exactly what he's saying. You know,
And that's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah, this thing.
So as far as our closing remarks, man, anything else you want to let the people know that you got going on, and let people know how they can keep up with you with social media and things like that?
C Rowdy, look me up on social media. C Rowdy, look me up on the Corey Owsley. Look me up, on Facebook. I got a lot of concerts coming up right now. I got a live interview February 18th, 107.9 The Beat in Lexington, Kentucky. The same day I got the concert with Finesse 2 times. Then I got another live interview March 4th, the day that I got the concert with Icewear Vezo and Big Boogie in Louisville, Bergman Hall. So just a whole lot of promo. Thankful that a couple radio stations in town, giving me support. It's hard to get radio and you're a local artist. But I guess because I'm banging on so many doors right now, like 10 or 12 doors, it ain't just like, I'm over like, because I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? I feed the city. We advertise all over the state. So, I do business with people, all over the state. They come buy tires from me. They come and rent U-Haul trucks from me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already doing, do work, got some, I do work with a couple people that work for the news, a couple news anchors, radio, so I can do business. You did? I can deal. I'm a dealer. You know what I'm saying? So if I was at A&R at a company, I'd be the dopest A&R they probably ever seen, just cause how I move and how I understand people and I understand artists and understand, how people move, how they want to be treated. And I like my music to move people, you know, inspire you, still be funny. I got a chorus. I did the hook on the song me and Joe did. It's called Rich and Millie. When she loose off the goose, we ain't gotta talk about it. Throw it back at me while I get this money outie. Rich and Millie, quarter milli. Her butt job, 1250, but she can throw it back. Just throw it, you know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? I always gonna have maybe some funny parts in there sometime. And then, some hard parts and I feel like I'm a punchline bandit. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they get a load of me, they gonna know what it is. And my stage show is crazy. I'm all over the stage, you dig? I'm gonna be swagged out. You dig? I might come out, you dig? Like that Dipset boy Cameron, you dig? No shirt on, big old fur coat, Versace glasses on. You dig? Christian LeBron boots or something like that. Jewelry everywhere. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be real drippy. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking for a guy, waiting to come on out the shine or whatever. But as soon as they get a load of me, you know what I'm saying? They gonna know. You did. Better take this shit by storm for real. It's just up. We'll do that.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. And anytime you want to come on, man, or you hit me up anytime, got my Facebook and my Instagram and Twitter's Eric J the Great. I'll respond to those too. And I appreciate all my supporters. We just reached 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And we're in the top 30% most followed podcasts on Spotify, and top 5% most shared podcasts globally. Hit 6 different countries in the past year. So appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me, and more dope content on the way. And also, man, like everything you got going on. And hopefully we'll be able to come across each other in person, because we're real close to each other. We probably know a lot of mutual people too, so especially you doing things in Louisville and things like that.
Right. An hour away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm friends with a couple promoters. in Lexington. I mean, in Louisville, Kentucky. Shouts out to them, man. They work real hard. I don't see no difference between, promoters, down there in Louisville, Kentucky or Atlanta, LA. You know what I'm saying? They all got their thing, the way they do it. They all believe they can promote these kind of concerts, with these artists with huge names. You know what I'm saying? Just like I believe I can come and tear the stage down with artists with huge names, you know what I'm saying? And so, these ain't the first artists I done worked with before. So, maybe maybe I can come up with a couple records,
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
after these concerts too. So, yeah, that'd be dope. We'll see.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on. And anytime you want to come on, man, just hit my line anytime. And if you know anybody else that need a platform or anything like that, you can send them my way. This past 6 months, it's probably the most important 6 months for my podcast because that's when it kind of started to blow up when I interviewed the Rez Deshaun, Shawty Low Jr.,
Yeah.
The Flip, artist named E Blue from Houston. He's pretty good and he's pretty big in Houston. And I interviewed features artists Free Band Test and One Shot Deals. That was DMX artist before he passed away. Rough Rider. So yeah, man. Also, I don't just do regular interviews either, man. I do like real topics, talking about either relationships, police brutality, should you kick your kid out at 18 years old?
Yeah.
Stuff that I know people gonna come across. And I'm real big advocate on mental health. That's the real reason I started a podcast because I feel like a lot of people in general, and especially minorities, we need to have more conversations amongst each other where everybody just chilling and getting different perspectives and dialogue from each other to know that no matter how successful or regular a person might be, that people go through similar struggles and you can get reassurance in yourself to know, hey, this dude might be a millionaire, but he go through the same stuff I do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
well, yeah, man. I'll be on the lookout, man. Keeping up with you with them shows and stuff. I know that show with Finesse 2 Times and Big Boogie gonna be lit, man, and Louisville Bourbon, man. I already know that's gonna go up, man.
Yeah, and Big Boogie just signed with Yo Gotti, CMG, and Icewear Vezo. He just signed with Quality Control. You did, and then Finesse he signed with Rapper La Montage. So I'm independent. For me to get to go rock out with these boys, just up. He did. I already got the care package. You know what I'm saying? They already got the upfront money and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah. But look, it's rough out here. If you want this, man, you gotta go get it. You gotta be ready. Opportunity presents itself. Hopefully you're ready. Hopefully you're ready, man. Hopefully it's your time. But man, I can't wait to get on this stage though. I can't wait. It's all for real. But yeah, C Rowdy. I got a record out called Rich and Millie. Look out for that. Got a record out called Champagne. I got one with Flip called Fast Cars. Rich and Millie. C Rowdy featuring Young Dro.
Oh yeah, man.
February 8th.